Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you guys are doing well today. Give me a sec, let me adjust the sound settings real quick. Slightly lower, that should be better. Alright, so today we are going to be playing Don't Eat the Cashier. This one is a submission to the Spooktober Game Jam of 2025 on itch.io. I saw this one on Reddit and I was like, hell yeah, based on the cover art, I need to play this. I'm really excited for this one. Fun time, Nimby, hello, thank you for stopping by, really appreciate it. Just because I know it's horror and yandere month and know how much you enjoy your yandere games. Yeah, honestly, anything could be a yandere as long as you think about it enough. I would definitely think these guys as yandere for me, depending on how they act. Honestly, any kind of spooky monster character, I'm all for it. I love them. I can't wait to, I guess, attempt to flirt with them and hopefully not get eaten, because I feel like these guys would have me as like a snack or dinner. I'm not that fulfilling to eat, honestly. So, as always, I have left links in my description if you guys want to check out the itch.io page for the game and the Twitter for it. I also left a link to the Spooktober Game Jam of 2025 so you can see all the other submissions that were there. I still have to go through the others and see if maybe there's another one I want to stream. We'll see that. So for synopsis for the game, it says, congratulations, you just landed a night shift at a gas station for minimum wage. Spooky enough already. But your customers tonight aren't exactly human. Meet talkative monsters, flirt with an eldritch being, pet a werewolf, and try to end up on the menu. Your choices shape relationships and endings, from romantic to nightmarish, So I did see when I downloaded this game, it is technically a demo, so it's not the full version yet. I do not know when the full version will be released. And this game is by Milof on itch.io. Don't forget to look at that and check out the creator. If you guys do end up playing the game, don't forget to comment, rate, what have you, to let them know how much you enjoy it. I know indie creators like that. Also, on my model, I'm playing around the VTubing setting, so I have like a little outline on my model today. It kind of makes me stand out a bit more. I'll see how I like it by the end of stream. But other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. First, let me check options. I like having, definitely should have done that before. I like having my text speed up. So we have that. Auto forward, mute, sounds like that. Are you planning to continue Synergy Jack on the last week of the month since next week is your birthday stream? Yeah, it's probably gonna be the last week of the month. I gotta find a time for it in my schedule because I'm not too sure how much time I have left to stream it gameplay wise. If it's like a 30 minutes left, it'll be weird to have a 30-minute stream, so I might do another game that day also. I just have to figure out my schedule. Okay, pronouns. She and her. Yes, they are. Ooh, let's do 2. And my name, there we go. Sometimes I really wonder, how did I end up here? Not that I dreamed of a career as a neurosurgeon or an astronaut, but for crying out loud, working at a gas station, on the other hand, money is money. Hold on, let me make myself smaller. I'm kind of in the way of the text just a little bit. There we go. I think that should be good. I sent out resumes to every conceivable and inconceivable place, applying for every position where I could somehow use my degree in art. Oh, we have an art degree. Okay. 0 responses. I had to wallow my pride and find at least something. I found this note stuck to the glass at a bus stop. Human organism wanted for work at a gas station. Organism's duties include selling food for mouth, silence and obedience, household tasks, obeying those who are more ancient, friendly team offers, new and old faces of friends, long and different life, consumption of nourishment, juicy juices, trips to human places. Yeah, that sounds very suspicious. Not something an actual person would write. So that's our first red flag. Food for mouth? Seriously? This guy's got a style of his own. Apparently, the manager is just an eccentric dude. Or is this their new marketed tactic to grab attention? Whatever. People often told me that I have my quirks too. And if that's even that, and that's even if they haven't seen my fursuit. We're a furry, okay. Well, whatever. As long as he's not a complete jerk, he'll hit on me or make me scrub the floors with a toothbrush. Oh, is that our boss? He has a tie. Wait a minute. Oh, he's all businessy. I didn't scream. I couldn't move. My brain furiously tried to find any category for this in its database. Hallucination? Psychosis? Too many energy drinks? A typical middle manager? The monster from my nightmare stirred. Its tentacles crept closer to the counter. My God. The creature made a sound. Not from a mouth. It had none. The sound emanated from deep within its bulk, hollow, profound, bone-shaking. Greetings, organism. I am Bob, the indescribable and terrifying consumer of worlds. But you, grain of sand, may call me Manager Bob. All right, Manager Bob, hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Don't eat me. He has a name tag, that's so cute. No. This isn't real. I'm dreaming. I need to wake up. You will sell food for mouths and obey me, for I am ancient. Memorize the rules of this establishment, for my patience is as limited as the salary I offer you. Oh, great. Can I get a number though? Rule number 1, you sell, no matter what, chicken food for the mouth, gremlin fuel, noodles made from cursed souls, lottery tickets for extra limb raffles, discount rot, ritual foil. Everything must be sold. I can do that. I can sell. I've been in retail. He points directly at me with a creepy, slimy tentacle. Every miserable unit of currency brings me closer to my triumphant exit from this pitiful hole. I pinched myself, but didn't wake up. Rule number 2, be polite to customers. Ignore bald spots and werewolf fur, and watch out for drafts when ectoplasmic energetic entities are in the store. What? Don't let them get too bold. Customers are just walking containers for currency, and they should only pay in monetary units. Payment in existential dread or hair of the dead is not accepted. Okay, only actual money, nothing else. Gotcha, I can do that. Many of them come here just to chat because they are idle and purposeless organisms. Your task is to make them part with the currency anyway. It is also your duty to heal organisms if they are injured using special kits. If they die, they can't give away currency. Okay, so our boss Bob, manager Bob, excuse me, is all about money, money, money. Is this like a Mr. Krabs situation? Werewolves, listen, what the hell are you? Can I save? You can! We saved just in case. Excuse me, dear sir, you seem to have mentioned werewolves and ectoplasm. He's our boss and we just got here. I'm going to rein it all in and freak out on the inside and at least trying to ask some question. My voice is polite as possible. I managed to compress my primal screaming panic into a tight ball and shove it deep down. Werewolves. And that's not to mention that you yourself are a giant meatball with tentacles. Damn you. I shall answer your question, curious, polite organism. Okay, that's good. Curious, polite. Looks like we are on his good side at least. Werewolves and ectoplasmic entities are just a few examples of the many insignificant life forms that frequent this establishment. What unites them is that they are all slaves to consumption, just like your kind. As for my nature, I am your immediate supervisor and the guarantor of your future financial prosperity. I'm at a gas station for monsters. I got a job with Cthulhu for minimum wage. This is all you need to know. Ooh, okay, we save. No, only I decide what I need to know. That really is all I need to know. This is definitely a brand new situation. I think getting more information than what's necessary at this point would be too much for our little brain. Let's try and slowly drip feed us this info. For the first time, something resembling approval flickered across Bob's many-eyed face. Ooh, okay, we got a bit of heart with him. A rare and unexpected display of the grains of wisdom that have not left the human species. Embrace your ignorance. Let it become your shield and a direct path to the status of Human Employee of the Month. Wait, I kind of want to get that though. That's our goal now, chat. We need to get Employee of the Month. Okay. What do I get for being Employee of the Month? A cash bonus of 25 cents. Okay. Well, as long as it's not death, I don't think I can argue with 25 cents. I understand that you, human, are already extremely excited about this, but that's not all. You'll also have access to the elite manager's restroom for one full work cycle. For a full day, the manager's restroom? During its use, there is only a 7% chance that you will be transported to a dimension of endless pain, suffering, and unimaginable torment. So, what is the difference between the managerial restroom and the regular restroom besides the whole torture transportation? Is it really worth it? Would I have to use it? Can I just use my regular restroom, or would that offend him? Truly generous. He suddenly places a jar in front of me on the counter. Is that for tips? Do I gotta ask people for tips too? And the last rule, remember, organism. This tip container must be filled with money by the end of your wake cycle. like, end of my shift? If the bottom of the jar is visible, you will clean the sanitary rooms with this object in the dimension of absolute horrors and suffering for 2,510 years. I couldn't take my eyes off the fork, the potential tool of my eternal servitude. At this moment, my mind fully capitulated. Yes, I was hired by a multi-eyed cosmic architect squid. Yes, my clients will be non-humans. And yes, I'm being threatened with a fork and eternal toilet cleaning. How could anyone clean anything with a fork? Scrape it off with the side? I don't even want to think about that. The same will happen if you even think of escaping before the end of your contract. My ocular sensorium perceives the subless of matters. It will detect you in any corner of this pitiful planetary sphere. Crap, I'm stuck here. I'm in a trap. Do you understand, organism? Alright, yeah. Gotta know the choice. Yes, sir. Acceptable. Goodbye, organism. Good luck in your currency acquisition and button pressing. Bro, it's a lot of saves just in case, even though that might not be worth it. Could you show me how exactly do I press the buttons? Point the buttons of the vending machine. Yes, I think I can handle this perfectly. I think I got this. Adequate. Your willingness to fulfill your work duties deserves my emotional approval. Well, thank you. Can I get a head pat, please? Human entity, you are acceptable. If you expect a monetary reward instead of an emotional one, you need to immediately reconsider your moral compass. Greed is a highly condemned trait for a human organism. But not for you? This concludes this briefing. Remain as polite an organism as you are. He didn't turn around as a human would. His tentacles simply shifted his entire mass in another direction, with a soft gurgling sound, and he waddled across the linoleum. Finally, he left me alone. Well, I can't really see the full area of the store. My head's kind of in the way, but we have the cash register. We have our tip jar, this wonky gnome, a pencil, some paper, mop bucket, some products. Kind of looks like some drinks maybe. Looks like a spray, like the dry shampoo. Maybe some boxes of food, can't really tell. Doesn't look too big. We're only stuck in this position to look straight outside, so we can see when someone immediately comes in. But we can't see anything else towards the sides. Oh, that is concerning. I don't know what a photo of this is, but I'm not gonna touch that just in case. Chat's in the way, so you can't see it, but there's this really awkward, not nice looking photo here. It was supposed to be a person in a black hoodie, but their face feels kind of weird. The silence at the gas station was broken only by the hum of refrigerators containing juicy juices and the buzzing of the neon lamp above my head. I stood in the same spot, as if rooted to the ground. My breath returned to me in a sharp, uneven gasp. My hands were shaking. The tip jar, which I needed to fill to avoid ending up in a dimension of ancient horrors, still stood proudly on the counter. Okay, so what just happened? Option 1. I've gone insane. That's the most logical conclusion. Prolonged stress from job hunting, malnutrition, nerves, anxiety, a disrupted sleep schedule. My brain just malfunctioned. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna wake up on my couch in my dingy rented apartment. I pinched myself again, and nothing. I scanned the room once more. It smelled of gasoline and old coffee. It was still absurdly real. And amid everything he said, it was all true. Werewolves, vampires, tips, the fork. A hysterical mix of laughter and a scream of terror rolled up in my throat. But I held it back. I needed to get through this. I needed to... Can we not? What do you mean the power is out? Oh no. Don't tell me that's the first customer. Bells? What the hell? Oh! Hi! Shit! Oh, hey, buddy! A jester? I'm thinking a pierrette from the freak circus just a little. Where the hell did this clown come from? It took great effort not to look away from those red eyes burning in the pitch black darkness. Is he amused? Is he wondering if I'm tasty? Bob didn't exactly give any guarantees that it wouldn't get devoured at work. My brain, still recovering from the encounter with Bob, was frantically trying to figure out how to break this ringing silence. Ooh, okay, I don't think I can be rude. You can't just appear at the sound of a creepy piano, sir. Isn't it strange that I work at a gas station for a couple of bucks, yet you're the one who wears the jester's hat? I am not doing that. I feel like that's an insult to him. Good evening, sir. What would you like to purchase? Please don't eat me, I'm just a miserable, tasteless cashier. It seems kind of boring, but I don't know how these characters really work personality-wise and their motives. I feel like if it's like a 50-50 for this one. Would this be considered an insult or would he find it funny? That's the thing. Do I take that chance? I did save. Let's... As if the way I'm thinking about this, as if I can't just go back since I saved. I saved, right? I did. Let's take that chance and see if I end up getting devoured. As soon as I see any sign of him not liking this comment, I am going back and just doing something plain and boring. He liked it! He likes witty! Okay, that's quite witty. Okay, we're going somewhere. He likes witty things. He is a clown. He likes funny stuff. Okay, I think I'm good. That's the first joke I've heard in this wonderful place. And it wasn't a disappointing. And we see his actual face. Interesting. He's kind of cute though. Hello, who are you? It's so amusing that I might not turn your cash register into you and you into the cash register. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay. How many saves I've already have? You're not gonna do what? I also rather not become a cash register, thank you. I seem to sell a lot of juicy juices today. Yes, let me just use the cash register for its intended purposes. Okay, that's gonna be kind of boring. So he likes witty, so let's try and keep up the charm and the flirt, hopefully. And even in the face of existential transformation, you're still talking about your duty, your juicy juice duty. But have you considered the opinion of the cash register itself? You have a unique opportunity to do so. Just one word. I don't want to know what the cash register might tell me, considering everything it's seen and how sticky it is. My God, another crazy person with a strange way of speaking. And it seems he's in the mood for a chat. So, what is a beautiful, charming lady like you doing in such a dreadful, dirty island of misfortune? I have to pay rent, so that's the reason why. Or rather, what is a place like this doing with such a charming lady as you? Oh wait, where are my manners? I suppose I must introduce myself. I have many names, most of which are not fit to be spoken in the company of a lovely lady. The nicest I've heard is the Mad King. A title I plan to pass from me to myself for the coming centuries. Okay. However, my mortal mother named me Daron. Daron. I'm thinking of Deodara from Naruto for the beginning part, so Daron. I think I'll pronounce it like that. Now, may I have your hand? Why would you want my hand? I assumed you want my name, not my hand. Let's do this one, maybe? Sorry, my mother told me not to offer my hand to strangers, or any other parts of me, sir, your highness. He burst into a genuine booming laughter. Your mother was truly a wise woman. A masterful stroke of self-preservation. I haven't been rebuffed so delightfully in, well, at least a century. Others prefer to use enchanted swords and pitchforks. Bro, thank God for that option. Knowing me, I'll be the one just instinctively give him my hand, and then he's probably gonna take it, and I'll just be dead. They forget that words can wound too. But perhaps I can still melt your heart. I have an eternity for that, literally. May I know your name? Ooh, okay. So we have a lot of options for the name. My name is Lottie. I'm also a queen, the queen of the gas station. My name is Lottie, sir. I refuse to reveal my true name. Demons always do terrible things with me. My name is Lottie, but my friends call me Big D, or they would if I had any. Spoiled for choice at this point. Only 3 of them have my actual name. This one, I refuse to reveal my true name. Demons always do terrible things with them. Maybe that one, kind of an insult? He likes us playing up and having fun with him, like a lot of witty banter. So not these 2. Maybe this one would work out. It seems nice and playful. We do have a Cthulhu boss wave master, so there is that. He is our manager named Bob the Cthulhu. Let's do the first one. This one's kind of funny. I'm not sure would he like it though. Let's do this. A queen, your majesty. Forgive my outrageous ignorance. I did not recognize the sovereign of this noble kingdom of oil and discounted juicy drinks. You are a queen with a wonderful sense of humor, as am I. There's nothing better for subjects than rulers who appreciate a good joke. Many believe that absolute power makes a ruler's sense of humor more sadistic. But as far as I'm concerned, they just never had a good, entertaining time impaling people. Human Employee of the Month. Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. We need Human Employee of the Month so I can get that 25% bonus. No, it's 25-cent bonus, a 25-cent bonus. And I can use the manager restroom, which has a 75% chance of transporting me to a dimension where I'm endlessly tortured. I humbly bow before you, your majesty of the midnight shift. Sorry I didn't send invoice ahead. Ooh, okay, I'm really liking his character a lot. He might be my fave so far, even though he's the first one. Apologies not accepted. You'll have to be escorted out of the kingdom. I grant you my royal pardon. I wish to vassalize you. About our selection. Let's do this one. Let's keep on playing into the bit. A pardon from the lips of the queen herself. How my wounded soul rejoices. I am redeemed, reborn in the light of your mercy. This act of mercy will be sung by the poets of my realm. Those who can still rhyme, rather than just wallow in alcoholic oblivion. You know, my company has an especially interesting effect on the artistic types, as I've discovered. Nothing surprising there. It seems I've gone mad myself, or halfway there. Maybe it happened around the time I decided to become an artist. I am indeed exchanging silly jokes with some mysterious, toothy entity as if it's nothing. Maybe I just adapt to this new profession really quickly. Or perhaps I had a stash of nerves of steel in a bag. I can't shake the feeling, though, that this clown is about to explode himself, or blow me up. Okay. It felt like my brain is turning to jelly. Okay. And I don't understand when we'll finally get to the point. Actually, it's not all that bad. I'm enjoying it. I'm probably gonna die from this interaction, but at least it was entertaining. Maybe I've just been spoiled by all the mangas about sinister and tragic monsters. Though the only tragic thing about this client so far is his tragic unwillingness to buy my discounted rot. So, let's finally get to the purpose of my visit. Finally! What are you here to buy? is completely unknown to me. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. There's nothing interesting in the assortment of this pathetic shack, except for you, so I'm buying your time. Let's have dinner. I'm sure you must be hungry. Oh no. Allow me to create a more pleasant atmosphere for us. Ah! Okay. Praise the goat mother. Alright. So now that this part is still with me, this is part of the main desk, the counter for for checking out. Okay, the checkout counter, that's the word. There is something dripping and hanging from a tree. This world does not look wonderful, but okay. I'm shivering from a gust of icy wind. He just teleported half of my gas station to a radioactive dump. Or a radioactive dump to my gas station. Ah, okay. And the jar is gone. My freaking jar. Sir, I need that jar back. Rebrand the channel to Lottie Starshot. Acceptable. Yeah, but thank you for 3 months. Ah, I'm kind of stuck here. Put the jar back the way it was. Where is the jar? Looks like my rental apartment, but it seems to smell less now. What a wonderful place for dinner. Radioactive cockroaches on the menu? Are we going to eat cockroaches on the menu? He says dinner. In this place, like here, will there actually be food to consume? Of course, a local delicacy. Pan-fried in their own radioactive juices to preserve the flavor. Crispy on the outside, still alive on the inside. They grant you the most thrilling superpowers. Oh. However, I can't go along with familiar landscapes. Already ruined layers make me melancholic because all the fun has happened without me. Disgusting. Allow me. Oh, that's not too bad. But some of my stuff is missing. Where's the little barrier? I still have my cash register at least. This is something seemingly less radioactive. Amazingly, I haven't thrown up yet. It feels like I've been flushed twice through an interdimensional toilet. I clear my throat. Seems like I'm sitting at a table. Much better, wouldn't you agree? Ooh, it is a table, okay. There's a whole candlestick and like a cloth up there. Seems like a forest, some kind of frog-like creature with a very pronounced nose. Couldn't be better. Okay, so he enjoys something like this. It's beautiful here and strange. Is this your home? I prefer the dump. Let's compliment? It's really nice. He liked this place, right? Where is a true poet, Lottie? My 2 favorite categories, strange and beautiful. Well, going insane is normal in the presence of Cthulhu. It is pretty normal, and I can definitely see us going even crazier with the more we meet other characters. This place is much more than a home. It's my cage, and my greatest canvas for creativity. Every ugly tree, every mad toad, every eye-bearing mushroom, is all a piece of me. A marvelous place, except when the rocks grow legs and start running. Including those that make people that people make their homes out of. And now, you're part of this place too. Isn't it wonderful? I'm slowly getting used to the landscape. The fireflies here are quite charming. Would it be better without the frog with the human face? That's what it is, it has a human face, okay. The frog notices me too. It lets out a sad croak, and then looks at me with an expression of deep existential despair. Can I talk about the frog? Is that your buddy? That's Lorraine, one of the brave souls who dared to challenge my authority. My dear friend, who once walked the path of adventure. However, He didn't foresee the possibility of being turned into a frog on a whim. He even tried to wield a sword with his tiny froggy legs, fought to the end, a true warrior. Now, however, his foes are mosquitoes and bigger frogs. Tell me, dear, does he bother you? His little existential froggy crisis, I mean. Is it ruining the ambiance? He looks at me with an interested expression. Is he gonna take this frog out if I say something? Hold on, I don't want to make a decision yet. What exactly did Lorraine do? Yes, please disintegrate him. Can you remove him gently? He suffered enough. I don't mind Lorraine. No, I want him to... What do you mean I want him to watch? That one sounds so sus, even though it's just dinner. They're giving me too many different options. I don't like that. Give me just 3. Let's take this off. Let's not do that one. Let's not do these 2. He suffered enough. I don't think he'll think he suffered enough. I want him to watch. Can I get more explanations? What did he do? I'm really curious. I saved, right? I did. I'm so tempted. I want him to watch. What would that entail? This or this one? Hold on, I don't want to make a decision yet. What exactly did Lorraine do? If I do this one, he's probably just going to explain the situation more. Maybe. Maybe it's a 50-50. Huh. Try to read into what we learned about this character so far based on our interactions and our little witty banter with each other. He still has him alive for a reason. That's what it seems like. Like, he doesn't want to kill him yet. He's entertainment. I want him to watch. Should I poke into his past a bit? He gave me enough info. Let's do this then. Watch life pass him by. Sees enjoy dinner of more than just mosquitoes and swamp water. My dear, you are a treasure trove of delightfully dark little surprises. So dinner, I'm sure you must be starving. Are you... what we eatin'? Traveling between realities must be exhausting. Oh! This looks strange, but it smells delicious. Meat with honey. And next to the meat, a purple soup, possibly made from a less fortunate cashier. Whether the food is poison or not, if I refuse, His Highness might turn me into a frog too. So I pick up a fork from the table. And this is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. It's 100 times better than these cheap instant noodles I usually buy in supermarkets. Even the fact that I'm currently in some other universe surprisingly doesn't seem to harm my appetite. It seems you enjoy our cuisine. My chef has always managed to cook well, on those occasions when I notice it. I assure you, you won't regret this dinner. At least, not for the first half hour after the meal. Okay. Yes, thank you, you're very kind. This is the best purple goo in my miserable life as a miserable cashier. Why are you doing all of this? The dinner, the teleports, all of that. Thank you for the food on my plate, not staring back at me. Which one seems playful? Oh no. I've gotten pretty friendly with this character, with Dayron so far. So I feel like any bad choice I make might not spell death for me. At least not yet. Or life to being a frog with the human face, stuck trying to eat mosquitoes, flies, fireflies, and running away from bigger frogs, even birds and fishes. So maybe I can be a bit loose with my decision, but I still want to play up the whole part of the witty banter. This one seems far too polite. This is the best purple goo in my miserable life as a miserable cashier. Do I want to insult the food? Is calling it purple goo insulting? Why are you doing all of this? The dinner, the teleports, all of that. Would it be too early to ask this? Would he even mind me asking that question? Thank you for the food on my plate, not staring back at me. That one's not bad either. This is actually kind of hard. Oh no, when they're too detailed and there's different outcomes. This would be a perfect moment if I could just ask people what. Why are you doing all of this? The dinner, the teleports, all of that. Maybe I can wait on asking that and to continue playing up and eating and having an enjoyable conversation. I mean, eventually he'll tell me why he's doing all of this, right? He's just looking for entertainment. He's bored with life. That's what I'm assuming. He didn't really want to buy anything in the store. Because he said earlier that nothing in the store really called out to him to purchase or stuff like that. He just wanted conversation. He's buying my time. So I gotta keep the conversation going. Don't give me ideas. I might not be able to resist. To your fortune, however, I want your lovely eyes to look at me and only me, both the left and the right. I particularly like the right one. It has more spark. I poke at the food with my fork and watch the peculiar scenery from the corner of my eye. A silence hangs between us that might even be called cozy, were I under heavy narcotics. What's your favorite animal? Don't ask silly questions. Return to eating. Do I dare do it? It seems too normal of a conversation, like something boring, right? It feels like a wacky question, the maybe. Fewer words, fewer chances of catching a deadly magic projectile or something worse. By the way, how does the meat taste? Is the human flesh tender enough? Yeah, I suspected as much, honestly, to tell you the truth. It wasn't just regular meat, so yum. You know, I've seen a lot of times people say that human meat kind of tastes like pork just a bit. So if I just imagine it as pork, I should be fine. Just imagine the piggy, oink, 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 squeal, whatever other noises pigs make. And just imagine like roast beef, what was it, pork chop? What else is in pork? Is it sausage? Sausages, those are good. My fork freezes halfway. Don't, we just have to keep on going. We just gotta keep on chugging along. Do not vomit that shit up. Swallow with difficulty. Chew while looking him in the eye. You're the law here. He wants me to react. That's the thing. If I just be nonchalant about it and just keep on eating it, is that what he's expecting? Or does he want me to freak out? I don't want to vomit, or this one. Let's do this. Would he like that? I'm challenging him here though. Would he enjoy that? He didn't like when this guy tried to challenge him, so will I be a froggy? Oh, are you okay? I met his gaze, slowly, and with all authority, placed a piece of meat in my mouth and began to chew without breaking eye contact. Was he not expecting that? I can't remember ever seeing someone so shocked in my life. His mad grin vanishes, his eyes widen, and his own fork freezes halfway to his mouth. For one precious, glorious, sweet moment, the Lord of Chaos is completely and utterly baffled. My dear, you are a true treasure. Oh, thank God. Yeah, okay. We just can't freak out like crazy in front of this man. That's what he wants. You didn't just call my bluff. You raised the stakes to the sky. No. It's certainly not human. It's just venison. As far as I can tell by taste. Not very intelligent. Oh, it's not human, so we're good. You're here to buy the most expensive item and give me a very big tip. Yes, please, I need tips or my boss is gonna kill me. It's definitely not Timmy, or Carpenter, who unexpectedly disappeared near the large kitchen cauldron, perfectly sized to fit in it, Definitely not. I've personally issued several decrees related to cannibalism, perhaps even concerning its prohibition, but that's beside the point. I rarely have visitors, and I'd like to tell you about other interesting guests. After all, it's most fascinating that I can share with you. For a place where mushrooms with eyes grow, it can be incredibly dull here. Shadows in the clearing thicken and stir. They detach from the gnarled trees, rising up from the ground like black ink, and spread across the wall. Dancing and intertwining, they prepare to perform at their master's whim. Ooh, a little story. Hello, thank you. Behold, this incredible crooked castle, my dear. Crooked to the point of absurdity, sadly. In reality, its curves look far more aesthetic, but give the creator some leeway for expressiveness. Many brave and not so bright souls have tried to conquer their terrifying, dark, eerie, crooked castle. So many that it's become even more crooked. You see, the dreadful monster living there never liked being distracted from its important duties. Terribly important duties, like having long, deep conversations with his own reflection or concocting recipes with raisins. Ooh, okay. Let's listen silently. The monster was a tyrant, a menace. He sowed chaos and disorder, mostly on purpose. He had countless opportunities for creativity and wasn't afraid to use them. He made some people believe they were pigeons, and others that they were grains. He wouldn't allow his best servants to have windows, fearing that the moon and both suns would get envious and want to take them away. And he demanded they seal the gaps in the doors as well. He locked wizards who came to him for magical gifts in a giant laboratory and promised them power if they invented a kettle that could boil everything except water. Ooh, so this guy is pretty interesting. But behold, a ray of light in the Dark Kingdom, the first hero, Sorlure, the righteous, in all his clanging, self-important glory. Okay, we're actually getting the story, so it was good that I didn't ask about him yet. He took a knee to rest briefly, because the weight of his righteousness was bad for the health of his poor back. Following rumors spread by the same monster, he fought his way through the monster's loyal subjects too. By the way, where did he even find them? Most of my subjects are too busy contemplating the color for their suspenders, eliminating their fate. I cherish them in their imperfection. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They are probably the most restless of them. Every story needs minions. In any case, our hero descended into the Grotto of Despair, the Grotto of Tentacles. Imagine the most sinister name you can conjure. Ooh, the Grotto of My Parents' Disappointment in Me. Would you like that one? Oh, but if they could see you now, you're at a royal audience, they would be proud of you. No, actually, they wouldn't be proud if they got to know me better, but in that case, it's good too. You won't be alone under the weight of their disappointment. But let's not get sidetracked. In the Grotto of Your Parents' Disappointment in You, our hero descended to retrieve an artifact capable of defeating the Monster King. The Ring of Incredible Power. A bit shoddily crafted, but I assure you, it looks more aesthetic in real life. Is that a smiley face on it? Oh, very, very powerful artifact. Everyone must get one. However, the brave knight didn't know that the incredible power of the ring lay in its 440 pounds weight. That was its only magical property. The only incredible thing about this ring was its incredible stupidity and uselessness. The realization that he had spent weeks of his life on a divinely heavy paperweight, and the sudden, crushing thought that he should have become a baker instead of a hero just to get some sleep. This poor guy, he went on this whole quest because he thought that was what he was supposed to do. He was full of righteousness, thinking about all the good people, everything he's supposed to do. And this damn ring is useless. Just throw it at someone is better than just using it for magical properties. Maybe he should have been a baker. Did he have talent in it? Well, it broke his poor, noble mind. Not that his mind was ever intended for serious burdens. I don't know if I should be responding to these, but I'm gonna continue to be quiet and kind of show that I'm really interested in it. Maybe he might not like that. So, the night perished. But then, along came Elmer Eager Eye. They say he earned his nickname by escaping from an enemy fortress. On the third day of his captivity, he noticed that his prison cell was lacking the fourth wall. Stop! That's so stupid! I love it! An archer of legendary skill, who tried to kill me with a precise shot, constantly, during breakfasts, while bathing, at balls, during sleep, and even when I was devising a plan to get rid of him. The audacity! I hate just killing them. Turning them into madmen is much more fun. And I bestowed a little curse upon the elf as well. I made it so that every time he drew his bowstring, he'd hear the most annoying melody to his ears. Elmar was oh my god! Wait a minute, I wasn't expecting that! Elmar was a terrible racist. He hated dwarves. So naturally, the melody became the national anthem of the dwarves, played in a loop by a bagpipe orchestra. The pure rage it provoked derailed his aim every time. Yo! Oh my god, I was not expecting that. They actually made him a racist against dwarves. Holy shit, okay. So we all hate Elmer, right? Who cares about him? He's racist. Eventually, he stormed the castle, dropped his bow, and begged for a job at my court in exchange for changing the song to anything else. He was desperate, and I was a villain. Everything aligned incredibly well. Now, he's my royal huntsman. The dwarf march is replaced with a lively elven sea shanty, and let no one dare accuse me of being callous and heartless. Now, he has a salary, good food, clothing, entertainment, and a full guarantee of dismemberment. There we go. You missed the opportunity to change this dwarf national anthem to dwarf serenades. A happy ending, right? Bro, you could have definitely changed it, but I guess you didn't want to. Lottie, where were you before? Hoarse oaths in comparisons to long salacities, endless rhyme verses about the shine of a beloved spear. It's a refined, devilish thing. Why didn't I think of it myself? To torment a man not with the sounds of war and patriotism, but with the clumsy, heartfelt caterwauling of a species he despises, turning a love song into an instrument of pure, heart-wrenching agony. Brilliant. Well, I'll see your idea for the future. And finally, the witch, in a classic giant hat, under which you could easily fit another witch. She tried a different approach, seduction. She attempted to charm me, to gain my trust, to become my spouse. A fatal miscalculation. She didn't consider the fact that I never trusted big hats, or people, especially when both came hand in hand. And those who wear suspenders and a belt at the same time. A person who doesn't even trust their own pants certainly doesn't even earn the trust of His Highness. Then again, I don't trust His Highness either. I don't trust myself, especially the left side of my brain, especially on Thursdays. But back to the hats. Let's save here. I hate big hats too. I adore big hats. What are these options? No! Hats don't evoke any particular feelings in me. I'm just neutral. I feel like I'd be lying, but would he like that? Does he want me to go against him? I want hearts. Oh my god, I was doing so well, but why is this one stumping me a bit, actually? What? Just don't hurt me. No love, no hate, not even a mild annoyance. It's not like that. Bro, do I need to go back? Really, I suggest you quickly develop a strong opinion about them. They say it's a highly entertaining hobby, and useless, like any good hobby. Meanwhile, the witch was quite overt in her murderous intentions, jingling with all her concealed weapons. Why does the witch need so many hidden blades? She must have been very bad at witchery. In any case, she now resides in my dungeon. And you see, I haven't decided what to do with her yet. Is that where I come in? Her fate is a blank slate, a story yet to be written, so I offer you the pen. I simply adore random choices. Give me yours, Lottie. What punishment befits her? What? Does he really want me to decide what to do with the real person? Can I even save her? There is no saving her at this point. It doesn't matter what I choose. Everything here follows his whims anyway. But as long as I play the circus monkey, I have a chance to get out of here alive. Maybe I should just entertain him. Damn, what should I do? We need to decide something. I think the craziest thing would be to spare her. No one would expect that. That's so stupid. I refuse to decide her fate. Turn into a hat, a small one. Would that work? I saved here. There's not any wild choices besides the hat one. And these two seem kind of boring, honestly. Just putting them back to life. Let's do this one. I think that's the obvious. It's the obvious right one, but is it too obvious? The one who lived by a big hat shall become a small hat. The irony is so absurd, it's beautiful. So be it. Let her be a small cap of eternal regret. She's so cute though, look at her! That might be a good life, just being a cute little hat with some legs and eyes, just waddling around. She tried to get into my head, and now she can barely cover it. A brilliant sentence. Bro. Something's missing from this tale. Never told me about the monster itself. I suppose that's the end of the tale? Is there more? Indeed. It was a delightful story. I have hundreds more, of course, but these were the first that came to hand. The shadows finally dissolve into nothingness. I just turned a living being into a hat, or rather, became the catalyst for it. I wonder, what kind of nightmares are warranted in such a case? I'm afraid royal duties await me. Our time is up. I shall send you back, Lottie. I rise from the chair. I squeeze my eyes shut. Oh, he actually returned to me. Holy shit, we survived. Oh my god. We survived Dayrod. Hell yeah. Claps for me, y'all. I did some good ass choices. Holy crap, we survived him. Okay. I really enjoyed his character. I liked how silly and kind of out of there he was. Any choices with him, it had to seem entertaining. Like we said before, we had to play circus monkey with this guy. I enjoyed him. I kind of want to see him again. He's my fave so far. I'm wondering who else we're going to see now. Okay, let me take a quick water break and wonder who else we're going to see next. Okay. The light is blinding, even with my eyes closed. So unusual after all this darkness. The jar is full of money. Hell yeah, he gave us money! Oh, thank God, we got tips. Oh, bless, we did right. Okay. We get tips when we entertain these guys perfectly. Oh, thank God. So yeah, so my run with Dayrod was pretty good. I got a lot of hearts in my choices with him. So we gotta watch out for that with the next character. boss. Hi. Hi, Manager Bob. Greetings, organism. How is your work progressing? I see. The first transaction was successful. Acceptable. That still doesn't save you from the threat of cleaning sanitary facilities, but it's a wonderful starting point for your entire tiny life. All right. Work is going well, sir. For him, with our boss, we just have to be the regular, straight-lace co-worker. Excellent. Maintain this level of productivity. You may be rewarded with an additional 5-minute feeding break for you if you can find food. Rejoice in my generosity. Thank you. An extra 5 minutes. I will enjoy that. Oh my god, actually, that reminds me, at my first retail job, they would give out these little scratcher tickets for like extra activities and stuff like that. And they were the stupidest things ever, now that I think about it. One was like an extra 5 minutes added to your break. Another was like a free bag of chips or some free water. And I'm just like, yeah, no wonder so many people kept on quitting. Continue working. I am experiencing a positive emotion reaction. I am proud of you, and I'll be even prouder if you acquire even more currency. Your tactical jesting, carefree organism is clearly paying off. Thank you, sir. Goodbye, Mr. Managers. Your tentacles shine particularly beautiful at this time of day. Do I need to glaze him? Your comment regarding the shine of my appendages is noted, organism. The secret is meticulous regime of polishing them with the void of bib OK slime. Goodbye. He slaps across the floor to his office. As soon as Bob's rhythmic wet slaps fade away, a deep silence descends on the station. One moment, I'm in a surreal forest, dining on purple goo with a mad god. The next moment, I'm being praised by a multi-eyed tentacle monster. Maybe these are all just my deathbed hallucinations. Well, we're having fun. It's not too bad. We survived the first guy. I'm going insane. Some part of me enjoys these mad adventures. It is kind of fun. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Disgusting. No, I have to deal with that too. In the midst of my contemplation, terrifying sounds emanate from my boss's office. Don't go there. Unfair bills. Unacceptably large numbers. Of course. What else could upset him so much if not that? Steps. Another visitor. This one decided to come in through the door for a change. Oh! Is he... A limb is missing. Zombie, maybe? He seems unwell. I hope he doesn't knock over my shelves of shampoo with jojoba oil and delicate lilies on his way. Oh! I can't tell. Oh, he does have his arm, so it's just blood dripping, but part of his mouth, I can't tell if it's transforming or the actual flesh of his jaw is missing. He's not just unwell. He looks like hell, literally. All the skin on the left side of his face is torn off from his jaw to his temple. It is torn off, okay. I swallow nervously. What kind of meat grinder has this guy been through? He looks like someone who could rip me apart if he doesn't like what he hears. I need to be careful if I don't want to become the next victim. Okay, yeah, okay, so we gotta be careful. Look like the Terminator at the end of the second movie, buddy. The Terminator who just wrecked my entire floor gives him a thumbs up. Let's not. How's life, sir? Well, it's hard to imagine how the other fighter looks. Maybe that? When will the Lord take my sinful soul? This one seems okay. This one, maybe, depending on his personality. I'm not sure how he reacts, but maybe kind of glaze him up a bit. Like, damn, you look horrible, but I'm sure the other guy looks worse. He lets out a gurgling, raspy laugh. Hell yeah, let's go! You don't want to know what the other fighter looks like. Honestly, I really don't want to know. My inner archive label, I don't want to know this, is at risk of bursting from overflow tonight. Words clearly come to him with a great difficulty, which is probably not surprising for a man without half a face. He clears his throat, but that doesn't help much. Oh, there's no lie. I need blood. He tried to smile. It would be charming if he still had all the necessary muscles for that. Now it'll haunt me in my nightmares, among other things. The client pauses again briefly to clear his throat. Okay. I'm almost out of all my saves. I'm already halfway through. Mine recoil in horror. Don't kill me, I'm already having a bad streak in life. We don't do transfer here. No IV drips, just discount raw. How about tomato juice? Strong vintage. Let me see what we have. Do we even carry blood here? I feel like, considering all the other products we have, blood should be like a no-brainer to have, right? I think he specifically needs blood though, so I don't think tomato juice is good enough. It doesn't really substitute it, despite me seeing that with a lot of like vampire stuff. Blood. Do I need to transport it to you? These two choices. Let me see what we have here. It seems to... Would banter work with him compared to Dayron? Do we even have blood? Am I even used to the store yet? Let's do this. If not, I'll go back and do this one. Yeah, good choice, babe. Step to the storage. Just in case. Oh. He suddenly leans forward, boring into me with his remaining eye. Okay. Go and find me some goddamn blood. There's no other choice. Do we even save here? Let's just save just in case. A strange pressure builds in my head, and the edges of my vision blur. An unyielding command blossoms in the center of my mind. Oh, okay, like mind control. I don't know why, but I feel an incredibly strong urge to find blood, right now. My client is covered in blood, but still hungry. Maybe he fought with something inedible, or is it his own? I find myself in a storeroom, a tangled labyrinth of shelves reaching up to the ceiling, stuffed with boxes, crates, and mysterious cans. In the corner, something rustled and sorted suspiciously. So where could the blood be? I need to think fast. He's not gonna wait forever. Right now, I'm at the very beginning of this crazy place. Oh god, I gotta look for blood? Okay. Scream, Bob, where's the blood? Go to food for mouth section. Go to section supplies for self-repairing gearbox. No. Food for mouth. Is the food for mouth human food for mouth or monster food for mouth? Go to foaming body washes for leather bags. Items that inspire pensiveness. Food for mouth seems obvious. Let's try that. These signs are driving me insane. I really hope my manager will eventually learn English properly. I'm surrounded by pure madness of anxious packaging. Even in front of the department entrances, there's some baby food for cyborgs piled up. I'm frantically trying to decipher the crooked inscriptions. In front of me are sections with food for mouth. Infused nutritional flows. Dense energy blocks for chewing. Flows, like flowing water, like blood, maybe? Here are endless shelves of drinks. Next to Coca-Cola are bottles labeled Liquid Regret and Primordial Broth, now with nucleotides. Cans labeled Brapseed, Vodka Solnechko. I love to meet the person who came up with these names. I checked each shelf, pushing aside cans of essence of shits and giggles, but find nothing resembling blood. The closest thing is liquid hemotogen in a giant wooden container. It smells worse than it looks. I think I might get eaten, y'all. I didn't find the blood. Do I have to go back? Hold on, wait. I hear knocking. Oh, he's pissed as hell. It's the dry, rhythmic tapping of knuckles. Hold on, my cat. Go ahead, buddy. Walk. Walk. What do you want? Bryce, my fatty. What do you want, buddy? Hold on. Oh, he just woke up from his nap and he's walking across the keyboard. There you go. I want you to go lay down right here. You stretching. And then you lay down. There you go, buddy. There you go. All right, so he is not waiting for us. He's tired. It's the dry, rhythmic tapping of knuckles on a laminated countertop. It's not loud, but persistent and full of irritation. In front of me are sections with food for mouth. Oh, this is, okay, so it's not there, okay. Dense energy blocks for chewing. I don't think I'm gonna find what I need. This aisle is crammed with chips, pasta, crackers, jerky, and chocolate bars. All the usual stuff if you don't look too closely. Next to the Dorito bags lies a pack of crystallized whales, resembling translucent stone lollipops. Cans of peas huddled together in fear as I pass by another shelf, nervously glancing around. I quickly scan the shelves. There's no blood here, unless you count the dried stain on the nutritional bricks package. I need to go back. Maybe it's about regeneration or something else. But he seems better because I hear impatient footsteps. Great, now he's fidgeting. He can't sit still anymore. This isn't just impatience, it's anxiety. And I really don't like where this anxiety could lead him. I need to hurry. Okay, food afraid of heat. The coldest corner of the store. Large freezer chests and refrigerators with glass doors are covered in frost. Next to the frozen pizza are gremlin cryo capsules, and among the buckets of ice cream, you can find flavors by Minty Tritium and Look at Family. Oh my god. A huge freezer chamber. Ooh! Wait, this might be it. This might be it. Matter of lesser life forms. A product of animal fauna exploitation with fruit pieces, spare parts of human organisms. Would blood be considered a spare part? Let's do this first. Bingo, there's animal blood here. Oh, thank God. Okay. Would he enjoy animal blood? He didn't specify what blood. Take the bag labeled oink oink oink. Take the delicious fat rat, integrity 87%, running across the floor. Perhaps it's not a good idea to feed him animal blood? Would it? Did he die? Do I have to go back? There was no sign at all, and he didn't leave. I would have heard the footsteps. Where did my client go? A huge freezer chamber. Okay. Let's do this. Is there human blood, please? This section reeks of formaldehyde and horror. Glass jars filled with murky liquid sits on the shelves, where exhibits float. I try to think about the one containers holding a name tag that reads Kevin. Oh my god, we actually have something. Okay. Take the blood of human organism Kevin. Taste the unfulfilled dreams and unwarranted expectations. Take the blood of human organism homeless. High content of cheap alcohol and tuberculosis. Let's not do that one. Take blood of human organism Michael. Taste of efficient resource and artifact accumulation. Would that be better? That seems like the best one. Best quality. Let's do that. The blood in this jar has a rich, almost glowing ruby hue. It looks healthy and full of energy. Michael, whoever you are, you were on top. Champion's blood flowed through you. You were probably something like an energy drink for the undead. And yet, here you are in a jar. There's something to ponder. He abruptly lifts his head as I approach. Give me that right now. He growled at me? He snatches his dinner from my hand so quickly that I don't even have time to realize what happened. My client finished the jar and then grimaces. Ugh, for crying out loud. Was it not good? Well, what the hell is this crap? He reads the note on the jar. Michael. Well, you were a lucky guy, Michael. Too bad I can't kill him a second time. Tastes like a happy family, a successful career, a retirement account, and this jerk probably never even had cockroaches. Do I even answer that? I'm almost out of saves, y'all. At least he's not liquid. Might go in a jar. What are you... Cool that you found human blood. Good job. You're sharp. Oh, thank God it worked. Okay, the Michael's blood. Michael's blood was good. So glad I didn't take the animal blood at first. Okay. Glad to please you, sir. And glad you no longer want to eat me. It took longer to get to the rat. Feel free to ask? Ask about... He gives me a crooked smile from his newly restored roguelike face. I'm going to wash my dirty face. Don't get bored. Hey, I gotta clean that. Oh my God, I gotta mop up the blood he dragged into. Well, he's not here. I have a perfect opportunity to wipe away the bloodstains. I'm just scrubbing a pool of blood on my first day at work. An interesting story for Reddit. A wonderful tale. I'm doing just fine. Nobody has eaten me. Ooh, wait, he looks kind of nice. Is it weird though? I kind of liked him better where half of his face was missing. It looked kind of hot. He's looking so much fresher with the second half of his face, although his expression still resembles that of a constipated owl. I'll just stand here for a while, okay? Take a little break. Besides, there's nobody here with you right now. And just so you know, if you try to contact the werewolves, I'll take your head and crush it like a walnut. Okay, so he's a vampire then. That's it. And his name is David. Hello, David. I'm David, by the way. A vampire, as you may have guessed. What an incredibly interesting way to start an acquaintance, especially that part about the walnut. I'm Crystal, like the champagne. That's so stupid. Nice to meet you. I'm Lottie. It's fine, I can give him my real name, right? Okay, Lottie. I knew a Lottie once. She used to trade kidneys in Venice Beach. She was a good girl until she got packed up. Okay. He's trying to provoke me, deliberately sharing the dirty details of his life to see how comfortable I can get. Okay, buddy, I was just with Dayron. He was worse than you, so I can survive this. No kidneys for you. I suppose I'm also selling kidneys now. Check the catalog. Yes, exactly 10 categories. Did he like that? I don't know if he liked that choice. A catalog. Do you seriously have a catalog? He leans forward, gently intrigued, peering into the catalog. Gremlin kidneys. Is that a delicacy? What does it say both delicacy and fuel and animal venom? I don't know, man. Because it's a universal product. Want some? I do. Looks like I found my best customer for the day. Now I have a vampire here, and he's regenerating. Wonderful. The main thing is not to accidentally blurt out something wrong. It needs to be friendly. Okay. Bro, I'm actually running out of saves so quickly. Are you sure you're a vampire, not a chupacabra? They drink blood too. Since when do vampires wear leather jackets? Don't you guys prefer capes and ruffles anymore? Okay, thanks for not eating me, David. See nothing suddenly with the counter. I need to convo. I think I need to have a conversation with him. Yeah, I thought vampires wear capes and like the whole Victorian type outfits. Is this a different dress code now? Had the times changed over the years? Ruffles. What the hell is that? I'm no Ruffles. What is even that? Wait, I didn't assault you. His expression is as if I suggested he wears a maid outfit. Wait, do I need to go back? He'll defend that worn leather monstrosity at the cost of his life. That's obvious. Ruffles are not just a piece of clothing. They're a concentrated strike right at the core of his cool vampire persona. I don't wear any ruffles. Oh, he's young. Okay, I'm just 24 years old. I've barely gotten any hearts for him compared to Dayron. I'm not sure I'm gonna get my tip. Ooh, do I go back? I don't know if I want to go back. Let me save here first. And then let's go back. Yeah. He seems to be very proud about being a vampire. So maybe not that? Let's try this one. David lets out a quiet chuckle. The guy clearly expects people to be afraid of him. He might have looked lost when he first arrived here. But now, seeing my fear, he obviously feels right at home. It's not over yet. Yeah, I expected as much. Although, you're too bony. I'm sure you love to eat all the cheap crap, like instant noodles. People like that. Their blood's just not tasty. So me constantly ordering junk food and eating junk food kind of saves me from vampires? Only if there's nothing more interesting in that blood. Ooh, so we got another choice here. Okay. So he likes me being afraid, and he's a bit prideful about being a vampire, especially his clothing. So you don't like glutamate and cholesterol. They're the tastiest things in the world. So, sir, let's get this one thing straight. I am not food. I am not for sale. Please don't eat me. So, does alcohol affect vampires too? And other things? What would work for him? Does joking work for him compared to Dayron? Fun time, hello, welcome back. We survived one guy, now it's the next guy. He's a vampire. I'm trying to do the right choices so he doesn't drain me of my blood. What would be nice? He's kind of a no-nonsense type guy. Would joking with him work? He takes being a vampire very, very seriously. Try that. They crunch in my teeth. How? This guy is so much harder compared to Dayron. What do I need to do? This guy is so much harder compared to the other guy. Let's go back. Do I have to stand up for myself with this man and kind of be like, I'm not scared of him? Not even for 20 bucks? Don't respond. Diva's provoking you. Yeah, do I want to respond? He's kind of hard, actually. Not even for 30. Well, 20 bucks is still 20 bucks. When you say eat me, just a little bit of blood, like a little session, and then I get the 20 bucks, because if I'm dead, what's the point of having the 20 bucks? Then I'll drop by next time I'm hungry. Try not to eat burgers that day. I hate cholesterol. Who would have thought that this grim guy would be a health enthusiast? Okay. Understandable, so I'm glad I brought the right blood to him at least. It doesn't go well with the faint smell of alcohol wafting off that jacket. The smell is so faint that the place will probably need to be aired out for a whole week afterward. David slightly grimaces as he moves his hand. Damn mutts. Probably not all the wounds have healed completely. And does being a vampire doctor fall under my duties? I think Bob said it was mandatory. Would he let me help? Can I help you? I know you just had blood. We might have bandages and disinfectant. What kind of bandages do I have? I think some Bluey. No, wait, Bluey is a dog. That might not work for him since he doesn't like vampires. Maybe a different animal. Would a bat one be cute? Batman? Would he like a Batman type of band-aid? He looks at me skeptically. The offer of help is probably so foreign and unexpected to him that leaves him momentarily dumbfounded. Finally, our another heart. It's been a while since we got one with him. With Dayron, we just kept firing off the hearts one after another, but he's a bit tougher. You want to play nurse. A flicker of confusion is replaced by something more intense. It's just a couple of scratches and a little piece of ass that will grow back when it's... Dude took a chunk of his ass. Oh my god. These wolves are not playing. They really took a chunk of this man's ass. Holy shit. Bro. Can I comment about the ass thing? If you don't let yourself be treated, my boss will lock us both in a dimension of horror where we'll be cleaning toilets with a fork for 2,000 years. I see. You're afraid of doctors, huh? Such a tough guy, yet scared of getting treated. I don't trust that one. I feel like that would make him pissed off. Say conciliatorily. You mentioned werewolves. It's probably not just a scratch. Let me try to help, okay? What does conciliatorily mean? Hold on. Google. Be my guide in this one. Conciliatory. And it popped up. Oh, look, I'm pacifying him. Okay. Can I at least attempt? Did I save? Yeah, I did. Okay. I gave him a chance to save face. Now we're treating him not because he's a wimp, but because he survived an epic battle. A direct blow to his ego. The guy immediately starts puffing up with pride. His eyes light up. Okay, I think I'm getting a hang of his character a bit compared to Dayron. He's very prideful. He likes being a vampire. He compliments. Anything with complimenting him, it makes him really happy and puff out his chest and stuff like that. He loves compliments. Don't belittle him or make him seem weaker than he actually is. Okay, I gotcha. I hope I didn't catch rabies. I decide to remain silent about how he's already pretty rabid. 4 against 1 in a narrow alley. You know. There's a myth about werewolves being damn noble, unlike us bloodsuckers. Well, that's a little crap. One of them was hiding in a trash can, ready to jump out at me. My heart would have definitely stopped dead, if it even still beat. I would have just ripped apart from a freaking heart attack. I'm afraid I'll never be able to take out the trash again without fearing for my life. Judging by that distant look, he's plagued by flashbacks of what he's been through. David awkwardly moves his injured arm. All right, hand over your first aid kit. I'm sure this won't be the last pack I'll have to take down. There are way too many stray dogs around these days. Damn you. Go ahead. Get out your Band-Aids and Dr. Chocula or whatever you're selling. Oh, thank you! Oh, thank you for the look. Oh, shirtless man. Hello. Hi, David. Oh, I made it. Okay. David sheds his jacket, shirt, and t-shirt, then settles onto a squeaky stool next to the counter. He's about to face a serious trial, staying in a vulnerable position for a few minutes. For some reason, cruel fate hasn't made him claw-proof. He certainly looks like he was just thrown into a blender. Judging by those bullet scars, he has quite an interesting past. Or maybe, he was attacked by a row of cowboys with guns, most likely the former. By the way, I didn't know that corpses had doctors too. I thought the only doctors available to me is now the coroner. I'm rummaging through the necromancy kit that was sitting under the counter. It's a heavy military-style metal box with a faded label reading Kit for Alternatively Living Organisms. Inside, besides standard bandages, there are some strange items. Silver tweezers, vials of thick, glowing liquid, additional fingers, and of course, an instruction manual. A cheap, laminated brochure stained with something that looks like coffee. In the instructions, the first point states, determine whether you are dealing with a zombie. Ask your alternatively living subject if they ever want to eat someone's brain. We know he's not a zombie, so we can move on to the next point. Would that be funny though as a convo with him? Let's move on. He glances skeptically at the pictures flashing and the instructions as I flip it over. Zombies, necromancers, abominations made of bones, flesh, and cabbage swirl in front of his face like a mesmerizing kaleidoscope. And all of this lives in the city sewers? I don't know how you're going to use bathrooms now. It would be great if you didn't notice that. What do I have to do with all of this? Bryce, go sit, boy. Bro, you're everywhere. Go somewhere. There you go. Go to the window. I steal a glance at my visitor. I wonder if werewolves just clawed him up, or if he managed to kill someone too. My instincts, something out of the Stone Age, suggest that he could have. The guy has a killer's gaze. You see someone like him in an alley. Your hand automatically reaches for your wallet and phone. I lower my eyes. Next point. Let's establish the nature of the injuries. What kind of wounds could werewolves leave? Ooh, okay. It's my last page too. Oh, there's more? I didn't realize there was more! I didn't know that. Okay. Now it's just as far as it goes like that. It seems simple. You got lacerations, claws, teeth, and a bit of saliva. Possibly very contagious. Yeah, with the rabies. It seems the damage was psychological. Oh, let's not go there, because he definitely would feel offended to that. David listens to this with the pride of a true soldier. Every word feels like a medal for valor. Something like that. He said it as if he didn't care, but I know better. Yeah, we're gonna stroke this man. Oh, not there. No, I'm all the way at 16. Go back. There we go. A stroke is eager, add at the end. Wounds for real rabid beast buddy. Shake your head. Really need to stop with these fights. They won't need anything good. We gotta stroke his ego. That's what he likes. I'm dying of laughter. He chuckles happily, trying to hide a glimmer of pride behind humor. But I won't be fooled. David is no longer just a wounded sucker. He's a true gladiator, having survived a battle with rabid beasts. Absolutely epic. I read through what medication I need to grab. The regenerating extract for alternatively living life forms. Now all that's left is to apply the stuff. I dip my fingers in the jar and... Suddenly, he grabs my hand. Do something, and I'll rip your tonsils out through your ass. Goddamn! Well... Say in a calm, icy tone. Allow me to do my job, sir. I'll be extremely careful. If you touch me, my boss will rip your soul out through your ass. Pull my hand away. You know, you have this fantastic talent for coming up with threats. You should write scripts for movies. No way, I'm a pathetic, miserable, harmless cashier. Do I need to degrade myself for him? I just gotta show that I'm only doing my job. I'm not trying to hurt him. What would work out for this guy? I'm not too sure. No, you have fantastic talent for coming with threats. That's kind of funny in this situation, but would he find that funny now? That seems like something I would tell Dayron. Let's not do that. Let's not threaten him. Would he like that? Oh, that's kind of hard. I saved, right? I sure as hell did. Okay. Say in a calm, icy tone, allow me to be my job, sir. I will be extremely careful. Please? Please? The phrase of any faceless representative of the service sector. My perfect shield against the surrounding road and the rude vampires that inhabited it. Watch yourself. You won't get a second chance. Okay, we're good so far. No, not my vampire doctor's license. I apply this black goo to the wound. A puff of steam rises from the wound, and the air starts to smell like something is frying. It's probably very painful, but David remains calm. Not a single complaint, which is surprising. I hope it's not from your squid manager. Well, we all hope for that, buddy. Let's be careful. My movements become slow and deliberate. I do everything cautiously, barely touching the skin around the wound, allowing him to get used to the sting. I can see the tense muscles in his back and shoulders relax slightly. He's still wound up, but relief is starting to wash over him. Oh, thank God. Naturally, no thank yous or pleases from him. But at least he's no longer threatening to do something to my ass every 5 seconds. Okay. Would we need to talk to him? Would he enjoy that? Distract him with conversation. Or do we stay silent? This doesn't seem bad, distract him with conversation. You're safe, right? I keep on forgetting. Yeah, I did. Okay. You know, David, every noble knight needs someone to tend to his wounds after great battles. Would he like that? He sees himself as a warrior, please? Or does he not like the noble part? What are you talking about? What knight? What battles? No, he didn't understand. He's taking it seriously. I fought in an alley stinking of urine against a bunch of dirty werewolves for territory on the outskirts of this godforsaken city. They tore my pants, and I have to take a new pair off of a junkie who was lying in a puddle nearby. What am I? A knight of what? The knight of torn pants? Bro. Just let me. Say with the pomp of a medieval wizard, you're a wolfhound knight. Would he like that? He's not a werewolf though. Or is that a different meaning? I don't know. This one's confusing me. You are a wolfhound knight. Is that me? Oh, there we go. Oh my God. Oh, go to hell. Gladly with you. David says this almost affectionately. It seems we're making progress in our relationship. There we go. I finish up. Surprisingly, the wounds really are healing. The scars won't beautify this man. Why are you doing all of this? The question is asked in an astonishingly serious tone. He's driving me crazy. Even more than that clown from earlier, it seems. I just want to help. Lie, you want tips, and to go home, play The Sims, and watch stupid shows. I just want to help. Truth, you're an angel of mercy from the dirty gas station. These are my work obligations. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't bother with you. Maybe he doesn't like that. Lie or truth? Can you tell if I'm lying? Why? David is confused. In his system of beliefs, actions always equals benefit. I'm throwing a wrench into his flawless, long-running mechanism. Bro, let's not go the fetish route. For now. I can't watch someone suffer. Wow, God bless your noble heart. He shifts awkwardly. Clearly, he's uncomfortable and unaccustomed to being the object of compassion. So he immediately hides behind yet another sarcastic comment. Oh, my cat, he keeps walking everywhere. Go ahead, walk. There you go, buddy. There you go. What do you want? What do you want? You awake? But what can I do? I feel sorry for every little kitten on the street. Sometimes I even feel sorry for especially large, nasty, troublesome kittens. It must be tough living with someone like that, huh? I bet you have 40 cats living in your apartment, and all of them are strays. Bro, if I could, I would have 40 cats. And David reads me like an open book. It's amazing they can even read at all. Damn, that stray at this man? Most of the time, help isn't altruistic. People always want something in return. Money, a favor, for you to take them off the hook. Helping people for no reason is like throwing shit against the wind. Alright, moving on. Screw this. Honestly, don't care what's going on in your head. This is the most unconvincing lie I've ever heard in my life. He clears his throat. Thank you. We got a thank you! What? Am I hearing things? I thought he didn't know such words. I'm even afraid to breathe, so I don't scare off this rare, exotic display of politeness. He says that word as if he's pronouncing it for the first time in his life. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually the case. Just a couple more seconds, and he's back in front of the counter. So, the client is fed, clean, and healed. And yet he's still here, not putting any money on the counter, and the tip jar is lacking. I look at him. He's supposed to be full of energy, but instead, he looks lost. David is deep in thought, in that dark, gloomy little place that occupies his mind. Are you good? This isn't the best place to crash, buddy. There's Vampire's Hotel 2 blocks down. Are you planning to pitch a tent here? David snorts. Hear the impatience in my voice. What? Are you tired of my company, doll? I leave when I want to, and I don't want to leave yet. I'm curious about one thing. I haven't talked to a regular human in a long time. I wonder by regular human, does he mean by extremely natural essence? I'm no vampire, werewolf, or thieving gnome. Or does he mean my lack of criminal record and absence of drug or alcohol dependency? Or maybe he's looking for a perspective of an ordinary worker, a working class person, a gray collar. Does your face always look that funny when you're thinking about something? I don't even get a chance to respond to his jab before he follows up. Let's conduct an experiment. You're now a free vampire, able to go wherever you want, do whatever you want. Where would you go? David looks at me expectantly. Bro, oh no, not those choices, stop! Stop! What kind of superpowers do vampires have? What weaknesses will I have? And who were you before the bite? Can you find everyone who wronged you in life and get revenge? A lot of things depend on who exactly turned me to a vampire. Who vamps you? Wrap it up with my questions. They're questions! Okay. A whole lot. For practically a superhero league. I'm sure it never crossed your mind that in reality, bloodsuckers can be way scarier than in sappy movies for girls. Looks like he watched Twilight. Interesting. Some of us not only drink human blood, but also capture people to experiment on them. They turn human bodies into real nightmares of flesh and bones. Dr. Moreau couldn't even imagine. And they are vampire sorcerers who can rip your soul out of your body and make you work them for eternity, literally. Seems like I already have one of those sorcerers. His name is Bob. He's checking his bills. There he is. I wonder what inner strength it took David not to flinch. And there are those who can make your head explode, literally, with just a glance. But not all of us are such wicked bastards. We don't even have to kill a person to eat. Just drink a little, instead of gorging yourself like a pig at the trough. But some don't care. They just drain all the blood and splash it everywhere. The forensics team is baffled why the person turned into a sprinkler before dying. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. I got a decent list of what I can do. I'm not complaining. Imagine it. You never get tired. You can party all night long. Fuck all night long. Okay. You're stronger than 10 thugs combined. Well, except for 10 werewolf thugs. That might take some effort. If you want to shrink down and fly somewhere, you can turn into a tiny bat. Your reflexes become 100 times sharper. You feel everything. You see everything. You can hear a rat piss a block away. I don't want to hear what rats are doing. Oh Lord, Lottie, that's just an idiom. I get it, but still. You You can ignore it if you want. All vampires would go insane if that was true. Do I look like a madman? Politely, I decide to stay silent. He continues, maybe I should have been quiet. Okay, so he doesn't... If I refute idioms like that, he's like, girl, it was a joke. Be for real. And finally, you can make people do anything you want. Absolutely anything. Okay. Do I stay silent again and not interrupt him? Ooh, wait, but that's a good answer. Hold on. Are you sure the last one is due to your vampirism and not just because they're scared you'll beat them up? David lets out a sharp, raspy laugh. You're right. Most law-abiding citizens avoid me by 100 miles. It's a working strategy in most cases. But sometimes you need a subtle approach, you know? The word subtle from this guy sounds almost comical. It's one thing to scare someone shitless. They give in just to avoid being harmed. It's another when they act with full confidence. That's what they want. They don't even realize they're just pawns. They're just vampire pawns now. Yeah, I think I get it. He pulled that trick on me too. David smiles, but this time, the smile is strained. These are the words of someone stuck in a web of artificial connections and ass-related threats. Fear and supernatural compulsion aren't the best foundations for a strong friendship. Okay. David, bro, let's not tell this man that. I can enchant friends for myself. Wonderful. Or make someone give me their wallet. He lets out a quiet chuckle. Well, not exactly friends. More like underlings. You can hatch all sorts of cunning plans with human politicians, or well, pay no rent. Bro, please, no rent? The last part sounds like music to my ears. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. Yeah, he does. So he's really proud of being a vampire. Would he like that? He's kind of healthy. Back to your question, ask him about something else. Ooh. Why did you watch Twilight? Now that we have this info. Can you find everyone who wronged you in life and get revenge? Yeah, a lot of people think about that at first. But it's a bad idea to leave a trail of bodies of people you were somehow connected to. And your head quickly fills with other things, like, well, the fact that you're dead, and it's forever. Okay. Bro, I saved so much in this game. So after you've been turned, you didn't find everyone who bullied you in school and beat them up. I usually beat them up right at school. Oh, okay, so he was that type of guy. Right. You might think I was some kind of bully, constantly pulling pranks, but I was actually quiet in class. Just messing around at the back of class, like an invisible man. Until some jerk started picking on me. Once I smashed a globe over a guy's head because he mocked my sneakers. As if wearing clothes from Walmart made me worse than them. Oh. Good thing we don't have globes here. David looks at me expectantly. Okay, I have some more. Why did you watch Twilight? Were you interested? Oh. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't watch emo crap. I hold a dramatic pause. David looks like a cornered animal. He stares at the floor, then the ceiling, anywhere but at me. Finally, he lets out a loud sigh, filled with disappointment and embarrassment. It's fine, Twilight's not that bad. It's a good movie series to go through, at least watch once. I've done it. Fine, damn it. Alright, I watched everything. All Twilight movies. Watched The Lost Boys, Interview with the Vampire, Blade. The idiot who bit me didn't explain anything beyond the basics like, don't go out into the sun, you little punk. I thought maybe these stupid movies had a clue, you know? hidden in all of that silly romance and melodrama. Most of it turned out to be bullshit. I read legends, searched for info online. As you can imagine, all supernatural beings trying to give themselves away. But sometimes, you stumble upon bits and pieces. Or crazies, one or the other. My favorite, by the way, was From Dusk Till Dawn. Too bad vampires don't explode in real life. Ooh. What do you like that? What do you like this one? You still haven't told me if you sparkle like Edward Cullen in the sun. I kind of want to chance it, but like... He takes a deep, ragged breath. No, we don't sparkle. Wanna know what happens if I step into the sun? I catch fire in the sun, as if someone poured gasoline on me and lit a match. Do you know what that smells like? Like fried chicken. It's a nasty, excruciating final death. Very brutal. Okay, my bad. Imagine the smell and slowly lick your lips. Hot mist. Oh no, that's something I would do and that would get me killed. Terrible, however, let me ask you one more thing. Sorry, I'm a freak, aren't I? What the hell is wrong with you? Damn, am I too much for this man? You know, I've seen a lot of crap in my life. This is the first time I've seen something like this. Do you have some kind of necro barbecue fetish? No, don't answer me. I don't want to know. I'm just pretending I didn't hear anything. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. I made it. But, what weaknesses will I have? Well, no more tanning, no reflection in mirrors. If you're ugly before, it's actually a bonus, right? You get into without an invitation. Garlic doesn't scare you either. Holy water is trickier. Depends on the situation. A stake works, but piercing your chest would be quite the challenge. Piercing any part of you is quite the challenge, actually. Our skin is like steel, unless a particularly persistent werewolf comes along. Well, at least you can enter without an invitation. No need for unnecessary chit-chat with people. Alright. Sorry, there's a lot of saving. There's a lot of choices, and I feel like I gotta go back just in case. Would you be willing to divulge this information? It's giving me the choice, so I can't ask it. He opens his mouth, ready to tell me off or mention something about butts again, but stops himself. Probably his thank you sealed our fragile relationship. I tell you, but it's probably not relevant. Well, it's nothing. I was a nobody. I was just surviving at everything, as everything went to hell. Unlike all those bastards born with a silver spoon up their ass. You ever see those happy American families in TV commercials? They sit at the table with a bowl of salad, smiling like idiots, and they always have a dog. Well, that wasn't my case. My stepdad was a crazy guy who thought the best birthday was a smack on the head. He did teach me how to shoot properly, though. I left my family dump earlier. It's really dumb. But I thought I'd start a band and become a rock star. Oh my god. Oh, I can kind of see it, but that's so funny. But as they say, wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which one fills up faster. At first, I worked wherever I could. So some guys do some shady stuff with. There aren't many ways to make a living in Los Angeles area. Can't exactly work the cash register, right? Well, David jabs again, but without malice. The antisocial environment made him resentful of the middle and upper classes, but it hasn't affected me yet. I wonder why. Yeah, being a gangster would be cool. Doing gangster things, riding Working the cash register isn't so bad. It'll be even better without customers like you. I feel I don't want to do that one. Do we just... He lets out a quiet chuckle. Come on, life isn't as fun as it is in the TV shows. Mostly we just sold diluted crap to junkies and solve problems. Sometimes, no person, no problem, you know? I prefer the part about motorcycles. That's it. That's the whole story. What about you? Oh Lord, this is my chance to make up something cool. Or just tell it like it is? Alright. I have a single parent family and an art degree, and no dog. Tell him the truth. He listens to how I ended up in this dump, in my job search, and everything else. I didn't sell drugs in alleys, but it seems we still found some common ground. Got it. You're not in your element. David truly understands. Neither he nor I want to end up where we are. Neither of us knows what to do next. And we both love cheap noodles, but he can't eat them anymore. I win. You must be tired of those draw me requests, huh? Yeah, I kinda am. Did it save? Oh, it did. Okay, no, go back. I would draw you. Oh, like a French girl. He tries to look nonchalant, but his eyes show he's interested. Go ahead. I love beautiful doodles. He says the word doodles with such strange tenderness that it sounds more like a compliment than an insult. I pick up a pencil. Do I draw him as is? Let's draw him as he is. Oh shit, that looks nice. What the hell? Wow. Oh, he can't see himself either. That's perfect. What a face. I almost forgot what I look like. Bags under my eyes like a junkie. Silence hangs in the air while David examines the drawing. He clearly doesn't know how to react to this unexpected little act of normalcy. Looks cool. The last words are spoken in a barely audible, almost reverent whisper, like anything I've ever heard from him before. 2 simple words, said with all the sincerity this guy can muster. I can do something too. David takes the pencil from me, and with deep concentration, almost sticking out his tongue, scribbles something. A few minutes later, a drawing appears before me. He can draw too? What do you mean? I never would have thought this guy was capable of that. Bro, what the hell? You're actually kind of talented. Bro, you draw better than me and I have an education. Huh, come on, it's nothing. I'm not that much of an artist. I was into it a bit when I was a kid. Comics, all that stuff. Nothing serious. I take the drawing for myself. Alright, where were we? Okay, continue. So many saves. So, who vamped you? He doesn't answer right away. Just furrows his brow. Several long minutes pass in silence. Some old stinking jerk. A lot is mixed into those 4 words. It is as if he both hates and mourns the old guy. Probably the guy wasn't a contender for Father of the Year. I wait for him to continue, but he remains silent. He looks like an angry cornered dog. It's unlikely he'll speak up on his own. Can I ask that? What did your old stinking jerk do? Never mind, let me go back. Nope. No, don't, nope, no. I don't like that. Yeah, we're gonna load that. We're not gonna ask anymore. Nope. Any animosity from this man, I am running away from that because I'm like the beginning friendship with this guy. All right, so I have my decision. We're just not gonna find out about that past part of him. Excellent. He leans in a little closer, when suddenly, We hear a wolf howling. Oh shit, he's gotta go. There's no shot! What is this? Yo. Look at this man as a bat on the side, and he's got the cute little sunglasses. Oh my god. I don't even have to blink before David vanishes. Now, he's a little bat hiding behind the counter. Listen up. Don't say anything about me. The little angry face, the eyebrows. Oh my god. I love David so much. Sit tight and behave, or you'll feel incredibly shitty. Trust me, if you rat me out to that mutt, I'll find a way to get out and twist your head off. The threat in his voice is completely lacking. Most because this voice now comes from a very small, though angry bat. Werewolf. A werewolf is about to come here now. Oh! The creature steps inside. Good evening, ma'am. Hey, buddy! You're very polite. A low, rumbling bass, surprisingly calm and friendly. Yes, I'm listening. Let's be polite to this guy. Apologies for the sudden intrusion. Edward, you can just call me Eddie. We're chasing down a certain pest. You haven't seen a vampire around here by chance, have you? You know, young, a bit scruffy, wearing a leather jacket. You see, here's the story. One of our packs nearly took out a vampire sire and his offspring a few hours ago. It was a tough battle. We suffered losses. We tried to track them and found one of them. Well, more like a pile of ash where he once lay. Oh, is that who that is? That the guy he was calling the oath-seeking jerk? Did he die? It seems one bloodsucker off the other when he was weakened. Their family values are quite lacking. It seems patricide has occurred. David didn't tell me about anything. Probably, that's why he had all those questions about vampirism. He was trying to get advice on where to go next after killing his creator, but in a completely idiotic way. You see, ma'am, vampires are parasites on the body of our society. They drink blood like mosquitoes. But unlike mosquitoes, they kill their victims by draining them dry. They languish in boredom with their immortality, and thus destroy human destinies, play with them, torment them, and derive a semblance of pleasure from their suffering. They are devoid of true feelings. Ah, we see some kind of, prejudice. There's some prejudice against vampires. I look at David, devoid of any feelings. He's shaking. David looks so pissed off. Look at his little angry eyes. Should I be extremely grateful for any help? I want to pet the werewolf. I do too, but I'm just gonna rein it in. I don't want to give David away. Bro, would David actually like that I want a tip? Let's not give him away. I really enjoyed hanging out with David so far, and we just got a friendship going on with him. So probably after they leave, maybe we can get more conversation. That bastard threatened me 5 minutes ago, but now he's small, trembling, and helpless. He's my bastard. I force a smile and say I haven't seen anything. Please believe me. A quiet, peaceful night. Eddie examines me closely. He's probably catching a faint scent of blood, but my calm demeanor throws him off. Strange. Well, okay. If he shows up, just give a whistle. We won't far away from here. Good night, ma'am. The werewolf goes off to his important werewolf duties. David goes out of his hiding spot. You could have turned me in. He stared into my eyes, as if trying to peer into my soul and understand what it's made of. I would have the werewolf give a treat. I would have given him a treat too. I don't know what he would like though. And that would have been the sensible decision. But I'm glad you're not one of those sensible ones. David says this with genuine relief in his voice. He's grateful to me, and now doesn't quite know what to do with that gratitude. He clears his throat awkwardly, Money in the tip jar would be wonderful. So, what's the answer to my question? What would you do if you're a vampire? His gaze reminds me of a lost fighting dog. Without a master, he's restless and can't find his place. What an advisor he picked. May the Lord help him. Okay, let's go and save. We have some choices. Let's see. I take everything life has to offer. Travel, entertainment, new experiences. The world is full of wonders, and when you're immortal, all doors are open to you. I just surf the internet, decay and rot, and nothing would change. What can enslave humanity, or at least one neighborhood in this city? You can learn so many things, read so many books, even learn to play the saxophone. Huh. If I was a vampire and I was immortal, I'd definitely do all the things I wanted within reason. There's a lot of things I want to do, like learn how to knit, crochet, like make blankets, stuff like that. I want to do a lot of baking. That would be nice too. I could travel, but I gotta be careful with the sun. That's what's stopping me though. This one here seems kind of cheesy, but I don't know if you'd like that. Does he like that? Kai Kai, hello, welcome, welcome. Hold on, I might go back. Want to play the blues? Is this a good one? I don't know, I want to go back maybe. Okay, wait, hold on, we might be good, hold on. We might be good with that one. I touched on something deeply personal. His lack of education, his unrealized dreams. It's a dangerous territory. Perhaps before me stands a great unrealized astrophysicist or the next Mozart. Saxophone. Seriously? Wanna play blues? David laughs, but the laughter quickly fades. I reminded him that he can now become whoever he wants. Break free from the usual tough guy routine. Maybe he liked that. Okay, I'll think about it. Just forget the saxophones. Always wanted to learn guitar. Hooray, rock vampires! Here, take it. For buying a saxophone. We did it! We got the tip! Oh my god! David, you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, I love you! David is about to turn around and leave when he suddenly stops. He leaves a crumpled piece of paper from his pocket. Did I get his number? Scribbles a number on it and leaves it on the table next to my hand. But just as I reach for it, his hand covers mine, pressing it to the table. His skin feels cold, rough, from barely visible scars and blisters. This grave-like chill sharply contrasts with the warmth of my own hand. I feel a slight tingling, like static electricity. Call me if you need a ride from work. I've got a couple ideas for what we could do before dawn. Hell yeah, David! Oh, bless, we got his number too. Bro, I'm about to get a vampire BF. See you. Oh my god, that worked out so much better than I thought it would. It was so rocky talking to David because I wasn't sure about his character and what would work out with the choices. But we did it, we got the tip. Oh my god, I think one more customer and we have a full tip jar. David says goodbye and leaves. The gas station sinks into absolute silence. Well, that was quite an interesting encounter. I really could have turned him in, but I didn't want to. Ooh, can I hang up the drawing? For someone obsessed with ass-related threats, surprisingly, his hands are quite skilled. Now, I also have a date invitation from a guy who wanted to make me his dinner half an hour ago. Okay, let me take a quick water break before we get to I think our last visitor in the game so far. Oh, the picture that David drew is on the side. That's cute. I survived another visitor. It seems I'm starting to get used to this job. Wiping off the sticky residue, hoping it was just spilled soda from the counter, I suddenly hear the crunch of gravel outside. Hooves? Ooh, hi! This is definitely not another vampire. A demon? The stranger leans against the counter, trying to look casual, but the way his tail twitches betrays his nervous tension. Hi. Hey! He clears his throat. Hello, babe. My name is Victor. Aren't your parents pirates by any chance? Is he an incubus and he's trying to seduce me? Bro, let's play along with it. Front at him, waiting for him to finally say what he's going to buy. No, sir, my parents are not pirates. Aren't your parents farmers by any chance? You mean, are they rich pirates who could pay a ransom for me if you kidnap me? Please don't, sir. Do I flirt back? I took his awkward attempt at flirting and made it my own. Now, I'm the captain of the ship, since I am a true descendant of pirates. Victor nervously taps his hoof on the floor. No? Bro. Then where did you get such a sweet peach? His face instantly lights up. So much so that even his ears are smoking, it seems. Thank you? Okay, we gotta flirt with this man. That's our option here. That's our goal. He shuffles his foot. Miss. Actually, I wanted to give you a compliment. I mean to flirt. Victor makes vague gestures with his hands, as if trying to describe a complex mechanism that just exploded. It was all supposed to go completely differently. You were supposed to blush and giggle, and you broke it all. So, he believes this was really supposed to work on real live people. His face is burning. Victor takes another deep, frantic breath. He is really a cutie, honestly. I love the blushing. His stomach is growling so horribly. I hope this guy is okay. Is it really that bad? I mean, is my flirting technique really that terrible? It's not the best. It could have been better. So, you're saying there's a chance? Thank you. I'm still learning. So, I'm not that bad. It wasn't completely disgusting. It was cute and endearing to me, honestly. His hooves tap a rhythm on the floor. All right. It could have been better. I can deal with that. This is constructive criticism. Maybe the problem was the presentations. Or the pirates. Pirates are cool, right? Everyone loves pirates. You're stuck on the pirate thing, though. Wait, no, don't answer that. I'm talking too much again. I'll just give him an ice pack to cool him down. He definitely needs something. He coughs shyly and mumbles something to himself. Then he shifts his gaze back to me. Actually, miss, I'm here to acquire... He doesn't get to finish. We have a visitor. She stands next to the counter, clicking her mandibles impatiently. 2 packs of Brapsby, a pack of Screaming Cheese, and a bag of Fairy Fingers. Brapsby, Screaming Cheese, Fairy Fingers. Okay. By the way, your gas attendant is a real sweetheart. It's frightening to imagine what my invisible colleague looks like. He hasn't even bothered to say hello. And hurry up, I need to rush. I have a lot of work waiting for me today. I'm starting to pack the order. At the same time, this incubus awkwardly tries to hit on the lady. And I thought we had something special. Bro, he's trying again. Okay, let's see his flirting skills. Apparently, the failed Casanova decided to try his luck on the new victim. Wow, you seem so busy and cool, ma'am. You must have a very wonderful job. Oh my god, what is this flirting? Not even a pickup line? Wait, she likes it? She starts clicking her mandibles energetically, producing a buzzing sound that vaguely resembles a laughter. Wonderful. Oh yes, wonderful. One for those who don't like to eat, sleep, or see their children grow. Really, the best job in all 9 worlds. Speaking of children. Victor barely recovers from her sarcasm. Oh, it was sarcasm. Okay. She does not like that. When the lady immediately pulls a wallet out of her bag and unfolds it. Look at her kids, though. That's so cute. One of them's riding a bike. One's learning guitar. One walking, maybe? Maybe dancing? Oh, there's more. over and over again. Oh, you're in too deep, buddy. It seems endless. This is Gugu. He has his father's mandibles. Victor gazes into the abyss, and the abyss gazes back, revealing baby pictures. The seduction attempt has failed. Again. Yeah, she has a loving partner and a bunch of kids. Like any mother, Lady Mantis loved her children, and considered it her sacred duty to tell every passing incubus about them. This is Gugu. He's in his rebel phase right now. He pierces mandibles. Can you imagine? He makes such a racket when he eats. The image of a larva in a biker jacket makes me snort. It reminds me of David. And this is Gigi and Gaga. They're still larvae, but already so talented. What talents can larvae have? They just lie there and eat. I do too, though. Wait, don't think about that. You have very beautiful children, ma'am. All 20 of them. Incredibly cute. That's just the first wallet. Oh no! Oh no, I kind of want to see him suffer, but I'll help him out just this once. Oh, I got a bit carried away. I really am in a hurry. Here's your money, darling. Victor watches her disappear into the night, then turns to me with a grateful look. Thank you, miss. I couldn't handle 20 more kids. To be honest, I already broke down at 8. And I thought looking after a cat was hard. The lady left very little in tips. Probably all her money went to her children. Victor suddenly remembers he came here to buy something. However, my visitors rarely recall that. I need a book. Victor scans my stinking supernatural realm of discounted rot and chocolate bars. It's a guide for, well, you know, succubi and incubi. I can't remember what it's called, but I've definitely heard something about it. Could you take a look? It's definitely not for me. It's for my less experienced friend because I'm, you know, employee of the month in my lair. Oh, honey, sweetie. Oh no, I feel so bad for him. Yeah, it's for your friend. Okay. I'll get this book for your friend, and congratulations on being employee of the month in your lair of hell. Look at you go. He didn't specify whether he was the worst or the best employee of the month. Well, you know, life force harvesting for dummies or something like that. I hear him mumbling quietly to himself. Such a shame. I should have just stayed home and rewatched Evangelion for the 10th time. Okay, I'm heading to the storage room. Just a few hours before, I was rushing around here, looking for blood for a very hungry monster. Now all these vials, eyes, and tentacles seem less ominous. A gigantic dead moth lies on top of one of the boxes. Or perhaps it's just very tired. I'm rummaging through the book section. Deep in between baboon metaphysics and limits of patience of your dead servants, I find the desired volume. I come back from the storage room, holding this forbidden, mind-bending treatise titled Everything You Ever Want to Know About Demons, Everything You Didn't Want to Know About Them. Wow, this is definitely better than those PDF guides from various sites. For, never mind who. Clearly not for the whole family. Let's study it together. Yes, it would be very unusual if he just paid me, tipped me, and moved along. I expected too much from this life. But in fact, this will be an entertaining educational lesson. It certainly won't be unnecessary. And the guy looks like those pictures are enough to make him faint. The sooner this is over, the sooner I can send him on his way. We find a cozy spot next to the counter. I pull the grimoire closer. That is so cute! I love this picture! New fictional crush unlocked. Yeah, Victor is really nice. I like the shy type of characters a lot. I open the book, and the pages, yellow and brittle with age, release a cloud of dust and indecent, horrifying desires. Incubi, the nature of the tempting rogue, who's a desire. Tempting rogues. Oh, that's me! Yes, that's definitely me. Hooves are just like mine. You have no idea how often they clop, especially on tiles. When you sneak to the fridge at night, the whole house wakes up with you. Everyone thinks there's a big, clumsy cow living in your apartment. Aww, he's really sweet. Yeah, I think you really are an incubus. They're all purple. Ah, you're right. All incubi really are purple. I thought my skin color was just some kind of coincidence. You know, like when you create a character in a video game and just spin the color wheel until you stumble upon something weird. He gives me a cautious look, as if not entirely sure about the coolness of his purple hue, but purple is my favorite color! Bro, nah, we're gonna compliment this man. His face immediately brightens with a smile. Yeah, well, I think it's pretty cool too. It's nice to know you like my, what's it called? Demonic phenotype? Victor turns his attention back to the book. It runs his clawed finger down the lines. Hold on, my cat wants to leave the room. Give me 1 second. Yuki, back. Victor turns his attention back to the book. It runs his clawed finger down the lines. Incubi, appreciators of the vibrant hues of the soul. They draw power not from blood or life force, but from the pure, potent energy of mortal emotions. And although a refined bouquet of positive emotions is a preferred ambrosia, what a fancy word. A practitioner can also sustain themselves with more close, fickle energies of negativity. Despair, horror, and humiliation provide a quick, albeit unpleasant, rush of power. It's no wonder that now, after an argument with someone in the comments, I feel like I've eaten a few raisins. Hell yeah, raisin hater, I hate raisins! Judging by the expression on his face, he clearly isn't cut out for the horrors and humiliations. His limit is probably arguing on 4chan. Also a kind of source of horrors and humiliations, but still, it's a bit different. An incubus can bleed less effectively from a symbiotic connection by feeding off a single, consenting mortal vessel. The mortal vessel, in turn, can absorb some of the power from the incubus, among other things, their immortality. Wow, sounds like a decent deal. I certainly always have plenty of emotions, mostly hatred for the fact that to earn money, you have to work. A whole mountain of raisins for Victor, or whatever he called it. What a relief. Just one person. The thought of having to chase after a whole bunch of strangers makes me feel sick. Okay. Strangers are the scariest things after rent. Yeah, I totally understand you. It's probably even harder to deal with clients like me. Communication is already a horror show in itself, and then you add, literal horror with vampires and ghosts, and just a nightmare. He really looks at me with sympathy. He feels sorry for me. I don't even know how to react to that. I try to understand what people want from you is quite challenging. It's like trying to play a game with its rules changing every 5 seconds. And someone has turned off your screen, and you're paralyzed. Basically, yeah, I completely get you. Victor flips through the grimoire, reading the chapter titles. Techniques of Rose Seduction. Juicy Emotional Juices. Using lascivious energies for thaumaturgical purposes. I don't even know what to... I just want to not starve without energy, and maybe pay my rent. I don't need to be the lusty cousin of Doctor Strange. His finger finally jabs at a random chapter title, somewhere in the middle. Love letters. It seems completely and irrevocably outdated, especially that part about carrier pigeon colors. Love letters. Who writes love letters anymore? This should apply to text messages now, right? But this, is a good start. Let's work on this before moving on to more complex seduction methods. He pulls out a pin from somewhere. A cheap ballpoint pen with an anime cat charm on the end. I hand him a grease-stained napkin, like everything in this rotten place. The book says to convey aching adoration and a hint of forbidden desire. Victor starts scribbling something on the napkin. What? Stop, Victor! No! No, Victor! We veto this. What the hell, bro? Maybe something like this? Can you try again? Yeah, I guess this really isn't the most aching thing in the world. He takes a less greasy napkin from me and starts drawing again. What about this? Okay, that's cute. Will you marry me? And a funny kitty. Wonderful. The lonely, pain-filled tear is like a cherry on top. Oh, I like that one. What happens if I check the box? Victor's mind is now a blue screen of death. This probably means the picture turned out well, right? With a trembling hand, he takes the drawing for himself. If my client gets a heart attack, Bob will probably kill me. Victor continues to flip through the book, recognizing the desires of the vessel. He scans the first few lines of text. It's all about observing subtle hints, interpreting body language, and engaging in candid conversations to uncover the special nature of mortal carnal desires. He glances at me. What does Vessel Lottie want? The vessel wants money. The vessel wants stable mental health. The vessel wants fame, love, and adoration. The vessel wants to become the new Sandro Botticelli. The vessel wants a simple human sofa and cuddles on it. Wait, are we to marry him now? Probably not. I think it was just us playing along with him to show that it was effective. Oh, great. And pizza, right? In his eyes is genuine sympathy and an understanding of every delicate string of my unfortunate, lonely soul. That's honestly quite a simple desire. I think if the criteria for the second person on the couch aren't too strict, I could easily help. Though sometimes, I comment too loudly on what's happening on the screen. I hope that's not too much of a problem. Sometimes you just can't help but make a stupid comment, 10, 20, and 5 minutes, especially when you know some facts about the movie. We continue to study the Villainous Seduction Manual, the art of verbal seduction, and slippery flattery. To his surprise, Victor finds no mention of the fact that pirate compliments work on living people. I mean, it could possibly work if he tightened up the compliment. We examine the first paragraph, where the words are labeled as keys to the treasure heart, chest of the heart, and flattery is described as a powerful aphrodisiac for the ego. It's all very dramatic, but the main idea is quite simple. Say nice things, don't say unpleasant things. This is definitely outdated. If I tell someone that his eyes are double gateways to the Champs Elysees, I'll definitely get sprayed with pepper. And this, good lord, when I kiss you, I tremble like a paralyzed beggar. How's that even supposed to work? No, that's too much even for me. Victor clears his throat. His gaze slides over to me, trying to latch into something particularly attractive about my appearance. You have very elegant ear shape. Thank you. I like your ear shape too, buddy. Oh, right. I was here. We'll overwrite that. I remember that one. No problem. I mean, they really are. They have a very elegant curve, aesthetically pleasing. 11 out of 10 on the ear attractiveness scale. Ears on my head are an 11 out of 10. Will there ever be a happier day in my life? He takes a deep breath, gathering his courage for another compliment. For a while, he tries to find some foothold to latch onto, but he can't seem to find the words. are a very multifaceted person. You combine so much. I don't know how exactly to describe it. These are horrible, but they're cute in their own way because we know it's him. He lets out a quiet chuckle. But I like that you're so unpredictable. A lot of stress, of course, but it's incredibly fun. Now, my unpredictability is a source of stress for someone else. How wonderful. I like that. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, he's trying. He smiles gently in response. Despite everything, he starts to relax. He's probably beginning to feel more comfortable around me. I would have never thought a monster would have to struggle with discomfort for interacting with a mortal soul, and not the other way around. Another chapter. How to be a mirror. I didn't know we could change. Oh, it's metaphorical. The text describes the principle of mirroring, subtly borrowing mannerisms, speech patterns, even expressing opinions of the victim to create a sense of closeness and understanding. The path of less resistance to gain mortal attachment. Oh no. What about all the stuff about just be yourself and everything will work out? My mom lied to me, didn't she? With similar interests. What do ordinary people like? Football? And the weather? Definitely not anime and Dark Souls. Discussing the brilliant soundtrack of Silent Hill with people is a bad idea, that's for sure. Wait, you can speak to anime about me. I know nothing about Dark Souls or Silent Hill though. Alright, practice. The book says that practice is the key to success. Victor lifts his gaze to me. Play along with me, please. Like we just met. Okay, I got you. Beautiful mortal soul. I've appeared to you in half-dreams so many times, but I finally decided to find you in reality. I won't let you go so easily again. Even though the words aren't the most elegant, there's something supernatural about them. I still begin to feel a pull. A shiver runs down my spine. Ooh. Come on, you don't have to pretend to be close to someone or make friends. I let's talk about the Silent Hill soundtrack. Yeah, hell yeah. Bro just broke him down again. Victor's carefully crafted, seductive expression shatters into pieces. His eyes widen. He blinks several times, and his gaze ignites with pure delight. You really want to talk about Akira Yamaoka's industrial soundscapes? And how they create an all-encompassing sense of psychological horror that reflects the protagonist's inner turmoil. Because, I mean, the use of trip-hop elements in the Silent Hill 3 soundtrack is criminally underrated. Criminally. Oh, I mean... Yes, mortal. Bro, stop! You're killing me! Your interest in such esoteric melodies is quite intriguing. He chuckles softly. But you're right. Pretending is very exhausting. You can never truly be close to someone if you're always pretending. Though, I don't really need to do that, do I? I just need some juicy, sweet emotions. Well, who am I kidding? I'm the most pathetic incubus in the world. I need more than just that. You're trying though, at least. That's the best part. He's slipping through the treatise a bit longer before letting out a sigh. His stomach growls again. It seems he could use an emotional snack. I think we covered all the important stuff. I suppose it's time to wrap things up. He starts to rise from the floor. How did it happen that no one explained anything to you? Even I had a briefing, a 2-minute one. Do we... I'll tell you, but promise you won't laugh. I promise. Maybe. Relief washes over his face. Yes, wonderful. I accidentally sold my soul on the dark net. Okay. He holds a dramatic pause. We're not laughing at this man. How? Go on? Fuck, what an idiot I was. I dropped out of college back then because of constant stress, moved into a tiny dump, and barely left my apartment. I was scraping by with some freelance work. I talked, well, sometimes I chatted with various anonymous folks from 4chan, people without names, gender, or age. And then, I stumbled upon a stupid ad. What did I have to lose? Definitely not a demon 7566 in the chat offered me a chance to escape loneliness. Later, after I turned into this creature, he told me he did it for laughs. Oh, so you weren't an incubus at first, okay. You fell for a scam. He left no instructions. He just wrote, "Get good" in the chat and deleted all contacts. He was curious to see if I could handle it. His chance to escape loneliness turned out to be putting me in an incredibly deadly situation. He lifted his eyes to me. This memory is a fresh wound for him. Before I can even respond, he jumps up from the floor. But I've already wasted enough of your time. He claps his way to the counter. Well, to be honest, I didn't really understand much. Those chapters are so strange. He lets out a quiet chuckle. But you know what? It was great. I haven't had this much fun in a while. I think I even ate properly. Finally. Positive energy, I mean. Thanks for the lunch. I'm not sure if I need to pay for that too, but I'll leave some money just in case. His tail twitches awkwardly. Did you want to exchange phone numbers? I haven't really interacted with people since college killed my will to live. It felt strange not to feel like such an idiot around someone. And thank you very much. It's full! He tosses the money into the jar, then takes a deep breath and adds, and maybe someday we could, well, hang out. Not as a lesson, just maybe play some silly games, like friends. Okay. We could make it a date. A date? His tail starts wagging wildly, knocking over 3 bags of chip, a can of soda, and a bottle of Gloomy D. I'm in, of course, I'm ready. He struggles to rein in the flow of enthusiasm and takes a frantic breath. See you then. Goodbye. Bye, Lottie. Good luck with your shifts. It was nice to meet you. It was nice to meet you too. Okay, Victor. Okay, I think Victor is my fave out of the 3. I love me some shy guys, and him was nice and calming. It wasn't heart-wrenching compared to the other guys. The other characters, I was on the edge of my seat, being really careful with my choices. But with him, it was so much easier. The gas station returned to silence, broken only by the hum of refrigerators and my own too loud thoughts. So, a crazy god, a vampire thug, and a shy incubus walk into a gas station. Sounds like the start of a really bad joke. My life is now a joke. Just great. I just wanted to pay my bills. I didn't sign up for interdimensional quarrels and therapy sessions for the undead. But, on the other hand, I wasn't eaten. And I wasn't turned into a piece of furniture. By the standards of this night, that's a resounding success. I cautiously glanced at the door to Bob's office. There was a low, guttural humming, like a giant, disgruntled computer tower was working inside. The clock on the wall indicated it was the end of my shift. With a heavy sigh of relief, I began to close up the place. Finally, I walked to the front door, inserted the key into the lock, and was about to turn it when suddenly... Organism! I jumped in place, nearly dropping everything. Organism, your performance has exceeded all my algorithmic predictions by 47.3%. You're not just an organism. You're an efficient, flawless machine for generating currency. I feel an emotion your kind describes as managerial pride. If you to keep up the good work, the possibility of you receiving a 25-cent bonus will become not just hypothetical, but quite real. Go, organism. Restore your energy resources in return for further exploitation. What a relief. He vanished as suddenly as he had appeared, leaving nothing but ringing silence behind. I stood for a few seconds, processing what I heard. Then I slowly turned the key in the lock. Click. First shift completed. I survived. And now I can do anything, which means... Oh shit! Oh shit! There's more? I didn't think there was more. Call David or Victor. Oh, wait. No, wait. Oh, Victor was all nice and cute, but I want to kind of call David. Return to the store to Bob. A romantic evening awaits you with Bob? Interesting. So we didn't get a chance to call Dayron again either. I kind of want to do David, our vampire buddy. But Victor's cute too. That's... My heart is telling me... Victor, let's do Victor. Victor promises to come faster than the wind. True to his word, when his car pulls into the parking lot, he nearly knocks over a trash bin. My bad. It's an old, well-maintained car, clearly inherited from his grandfather. Inside, it's warm and smells nice. His apartment is exactly as I imagined, a bit cluttered, but cozy. Oh, we're gaming! That's so cute! And soon, I get humiliated by the very first boss. That gnome is there too. Victor, sitting next to me, laughs. It's not that you're just bad, as you say. It's just that I'm a nerd with a whole lot of free time. His fingers glide effortlessly over the buttons. I feel at ease. For the first time in a long time, no fear, no tension. Just two people playing video games. Oh, can I rest my head on his shoulder? You know what, screw my battery, right? I'm like, my throat is dying. I am dying here reading all of this, but I'm gonna continue for Victor. He freezes for a second. Then a blush appears on his violet cheeks. He coughs awkwardly, but doesn't pull away. Instead, he gently leans his head towards mine. Lottie, you've made me so happy in just one evening, and I'll do everything to make you happy. I close my eyes, listening to the quiet clicking of buttons. An incubus partner. My partner is an incubus, and he's better at Souls-like games than I am, for now. Something very interesting is definitely happening with my life. We made it! Oh, we did it! Okay. Oh, we did it! Oh, thank God. That was a lot of fun. That one was much longer than I expected, but I enjoyed every single character that was there for me. Oh my God, okay. All right, that was Don't Eat the Cashier. Hell yeah, I survived. Victor is the cutest guy ever. I want this man carnally, emotionally, physically, all the type of leads. That was really cute. I really liked all the characters, honestly. With the first two, Dayron and David, I was very on the edge of my seat because I felt like any type of decision I made would spell my death, and I was so scared. But with Victor, it was so much nice and calmer with him. It was a lot of fun though. Was it long demos and demo wouldn't believe you? Yeah, when you download the files on itch.io, it does say demo. So I'm assuming there's going to be more into it later. But I like demos when they're kind of long like this, so you really get what you're going to get into when the full game is released. Oh, but yeah, that was Don't Eat the Cashier. As always, I have links in my description if you guys want to try out the game yourself. If you do try it out yourself, don't forget to rate and comment to let the creators know how much you enjoy it. Stream tomorrow. We are going to be playing Five Nights at Freddy's, the first game. I will attempt to beat all 5 nights. Pray for me for that one. I have watched a lot of people play the game, but never tried out myself, so we will see how it all works out. Tomorrow, I'll also be posting the schedule for my birthday stream, which will be next week on Wednesday. It took a while, but I finally have everything planned out, so hopefully you guys can make it to that. So that's it for today. Hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye!